All right, so I just turned off of, I forgot, 70? I don't know. I'm on 369, heading to Albert Pike. Should be there shortly. And man, it's been a while since I've been to this area. Uh, you guys may or may not remember a good friend of mine, Brian. He usually kind of got me into all this stuff. We haven't camped together probably in over a year. He had some stuff he had to take care of at home and couldn't get away. So he is meeting me tomorrow. I'm out here on Thursday. It's a beautiful day, 64 degrees. It's going to get a little chilly. Got the diesel heater with me, and I'm so looking forward to camping with him again. So this will be a new spot. I kind of researched the area a little bit, watched some other videos, and I'm pretty sure this is where I want to be. If not, there's plenty of other spots. I'm not really worried about it. So we'll see when we get to camp. Okay, so made it to camp. Now, the original site I was going to was kind of trashed. Might have to go over there and pick it up. They must have had a seance. So you could see where they had a ring of candles. There was blobs of wax all the way around. I don't know, maybe it was a Halloween thing. But this site, I just kind of went down the road. I had it on my map somehow. I don't know how I found this because it's buried in the trees. But I like this big berm right here, and then the road is over there, so it kind of blocks some of the noise. Plus, you're kind of down a notch. All right, so we have this nice sound of the stream right here, accented by some nice smooth water. Very light breeze. Sorry for the glare. But yeah, pretty killer site. I'm liking it. Glad I ran across it. I almost was going to have to abandon it because my buddy that's coming, Brian, he wanted to stay till Monday, but then he thought he couldn't stay till Monday because he has to do it's vendor payday or something at work, and he needed connectivity. And I was like, if you can do it remotely, we can do it from camp. I have Starlink. So I went to go set up Starlink, and it would not connect. I mean, granted, yes, there are trees here, but I found a hole, and I've gotten it to work before through the trees, and now it's kind of done its thing. It took about 10 minutes. And it kept saying, searching, searching, searching. And I was like, man, really? I mean, I was this close to, packing and going to another site. I mean, that's the first thing I've done since I've been here is set up Starlink to see if it would connect. So I don't want to set up the whole site and it not connect, because him staying the extra day is all hinging on connectivity, or we'll have to leave on Sunday. Well, he will have to leave on Sunday, but I probably would too. Anyways, long-winded way to say, okay, we're here. Let's get set up. I'm going to show you some more details during this setup process. You guys can skip this part. This is going to be a long part if you want, but if you want to see how and what it takes to set all this up. So first thing I do is I kind of analyze the site, because I always put a tarp up. It's just nice to have something over your head. Stuff falls out of the trees and stuff. I don't know. It makes more work, but it's what I do. So I'm thinking over here, I'm going to probably set up. I need to be somewhat close to the water. I got my Julka water system I can set up here, set the shower there, and the shower and kitchen have to be in close proximity, so I'll probably set that up over here. And then, as you saw, the fire is over here, so I don't, in case we make we will make a fire. It's going to be cold. And then I found a bunch of tree limbs, or a whole down tree up there I'm going to have to cut up once I get things kind of set up. So let's get going with that. So in an effort to, since I got Starlink hooked up, and Starlink kind of sucks power, And I definitely want to run the heater tonight. I want to get my solar power set up because I'm not going to be able to get it for much longer, just to kind of offset the consumption of Starlink. So let's do that real quick. Well, I say real quick. There's nothing quick about any of this. Okay, table. Solar panels. Can't wait to have drawers one day, so I'm not having to do all this kind of crap. All right, so these are not gonna get a whole lot because of the tree shade, but we'll see what we can do. I have that power boost in the truck. I say power boost, DC to DC inverter, not inverter, converter. But I got to run the truck to do it. I'd rather do this. So I'm not worried about the river coming up because I'm in this is a big time flood area. I don't think I'd come down here. I was down here once before when it rained like 20 miles from here, and the creek came up about two feet. Almost washed my whole jewel cassette down the creek. So need to be aware of that. All right. Let's see if it gets any input. Come on, baby. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, wait, 217. I'll take it. That's way offsetting Starlink. There, can you see that? That's pretty good. I'll take it. I'll take that all day long. Okay, continuing on. I'm just going to take this out for now. What was that video game that you had to stack stuff on top of each other? I can't think of it. Anyways, that's what this is like. This is the plug that is here in the, I've put this in. I can't show you the DC to DC converter because it's buried under here, and I'm not going to untuck it for that. But it'll convert the 12 volts to 30 volts, and that gives me almost 400 watts to charge this thing up. I can go from, so when I'm driving, I'm going somewhere, and it takes, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours. It doesn't matter how long, I guess, but I don't really worry about the EcoFlow. It charges, I can charge that thing up in an hour or so, a couple hours if I have to, but I'm driving that long, so it's no big deal. It's a great solution. But now that EcoFlow has come out with that, their converter, which is 800 watts, depending on if your alternator can handle it or not. That thing is 800 watts, twice this, but this is fine. I just put this in. I just got it working. Like within a week, they came out with that thing. I was like, that figures. I spent, I don't know, 3 weeks putting it all together and couldn't get it to work and had to troubleshoot. I mean, just all kinds of stuff, and finally got it to work. And then they come out with it. So. Starlink and all. Got to take this out temporarily. Ow. Then I can start unloading this. I am gonna get rid of this Starlink. If anybody wants to buy it, you get this case right here, which is fantastic. It all fits in here, travels great in the car. I wouldn't check it at the airport, but I'm gonna sell this thing and get the mini. I just have to offset the $600 mini cost with this, so I'll let it go for, I don't know, $250. I don't know what you can get these. These things are probably cheap now, a full size one, but it eats a lot of power. It doesn't eat a lot of power, but it eats power, and it's just, you saw how it's kind of bulky, but it is a game changer for sure. I put it right up there with the old diesel heater, which I'm gonna really enjoy tonight. For the next couple days. Actually, Sunday night, it's only supposed to get down to 60, which is, I won't even need it that night. It'll be perfect, 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 perfect. So I'm not gonna take too much of this out. I'm just gonna get some of it out and then put this back in and drive over there. I'm just trying to get some of this stuff out. Still not sure this is where I want the truck. It's a balance between, you just don't know which way the wind's gonna blow. No matter where I put my truck, we build a fire, the smoke goes right towards the tent. And the last time I did that, when I was too close to the fire, the tent smelled like smoke the whole time. So I might pull it that way because I think this is north. I think the wind's coming out of here. So I think the smoke will go that way or this way. So if I put the nose of the truck in right here, I'll have the back here, the kitchen will be there, I'll have access to the refrigerator. Enter the tent from this side. That'll work. Anyways, let's get this undone. Let's get this emptied. Glad I got here early. Still got to cut up wood and stuff. Okay. I'm actually kind of hungry. So I'm just going to sit here for a minute, finish this little tasty treat. This is pure peanut butter made from ground peanuts. I get it at the natural groceries. Once you have that, you'll never eat Skippies or Peter Pan ever again. You start realizing how much crap is in that food. Not that I'm the healthiest eater, but I like to bring it up where I can. So my plan, because you always have to have a plan, finish this. I've emptied out the back of the truck. I'm gonna get the chainsaw out. And there's a tree right up here. I must get to work on that, load that up, offload it down here. I got my axe in case I need to split some, which I'm sure I'll have to. Get the fire, get it all set up and ready to go tonight, for tonight. I still have about 2 more hours before the sun sets, but I'm in between this, there's a cliff right here, so I'm gonna probably I'm gonna be in shade for the last hour of the day, so probably like by 4 o'clock, it's gonna be not dark, but in another hour, this area is gonna be, oh yeah, maybe less than an hour. It's gonna be in shade. Then it's gonna get chilly. Now, chilly for us Texans, or I'm sorry, I'm in Arkansas, but still, since we have that humidity in the air and a little breeze, it's not bad, but it's a little tiny breeze. That stuff just cuts right through you. Even though I have this merino wool, um, I'll just have a little light pullover I'm going to put on. I'll be playing. Plus, when I get started on that wood, I'll probably end up taking it right back off. And I haven't had a fire at a camp because I'm not one to go and cut wood. But since it's right there and it is going to be cold, if it was only going to be like 60 degrees, 65, I probably wouldn't build a fire. I'd wait. Brian loves fires and he loves cutting wood, so I'd wait till tomorrow and help him with that. But I kind of want a fire tonight. It's going to get dark early, which, as you've heard me said, I hate that. I wish we'd go to daylight saving and leave it. It'd be just fine. It'd be getting dark at 6 o'clock instead of 5 o'clock today. We just had a full moon. I'm sorry I missed that. That won't be up. We've got about a half moon tonight, but it is going to be clear, so it'll get bright at around midnight. I'll probably be asleep in my nice diesel heated tent. I just got back from Big Bend and we did the, what do they call it? Wilderness camping or something. Off-road, back road. I can't remember. But anyways, you go down the four-wheel drive roads, you know. So we're out way back. I should be able to remember the name of the site, but I can't think of it right off the top of my head. But it's hard to get a good weather report for there because it said the lowest it was going to get while I was there was 48. It got down to 38. And I didn't bring my heater because of that, because I didn't want to mess with it, but I wished I would have. There were really only 2 nights that I wished I really would have had it. And would it have been worth it? I had room in the truck. I just didn't want to mess with the diesel. But there's a gas station 20 minutes from here, 30 minutes from here, 20 minutes, which I didn't think had diesel, but I went by it today and they had diesel. Now it said diesel. Do they have any? Hope so. I don't think I'm going to need it, but in the event I do, it's right there. The tank and the heater's full, and I have a little 1.5 gallons. I don't even think it's 2 gallons, 1.5 gallons little tank. See, the wind's picked up a little bit. All right, I'm going to cut you off for now, and then I'll bring you back. We'll go cut some wood. Can snow. Boots. This Alpha Cool, love the refrigerator. It's fine. I mean, for $300. The only thing that's a really bad design is the buttons that are right here above the handle. Every time you go pick this thing up, you turn it off. Or, you know, while you're handling it, it's off and on, off and on, off and on, off and on. I should have put a cover over this or something. I don't know, but not good design. How's that? All right, so moving the truck back over there. Then we'll put up the tarp. Kind of set the kitchen up a little bit. And start a fire. Have a beer. First day is always a bitch. Okay, well, my big light went out. It's charging. I didn't charge it when I left, but here is my spicy chicken scallopini. No, I didn't make this. This was to go from a restaurant called Scalini's in Dallas, Lakewood area. So I'm just reheating this. Quick and easy, but it is delicious. So this should be ready momentarily. I'm just going to put the lid on, let the steam do its thing in there. I'll see you in a bit. Well, top of the morning to you. The diesel heater worked beautifully. Love that thing. I talked to Brian this morning, and I forgot one of the nights we're doing spaghetti with Italian sausage, and I put the Italian sausage in my freezer at home, and when I was packing up, I forgot it. So he had to stop and pick some up. Not a huge deal, but I hate having to do that because I know he's trying to get here. But I cut all this wood for him. So, and I'm going to cut some more after we're done here. So I'm just sitting here having I'm going to make a full breakfast here in a little bit, but I just thought I'd enjoy this morning sunrise. It's about 7:30. This is not a cookie. It is a cookie, but it's a trail mix cookie. It's really good. And then I don't drink coffee, but I got my morning almond chocolate milk that I so love. Anyways, I'm just going to sit here, relax, take in the morning. And it's not too cold. It's about 40 degrees. I don't know what that is Celsius. I'll put that right here. But I'm bundled up here, as you can see. As long as the wind doesn't blow, I'm fine. And it's blowing on the back of my neck, so I'll put this up. So we'll bring you back a little later. All right, let's bring you back up to speed. Our vehicles are at the top of the hill now because the rangers came by and said you can't have motorized vehicles down here. And immediately he said, there's rocks up there, there's signs. Not have much. Now there's two of us here. I came yesterday, Brian came today. I said, Brian, did you see any signs? I didn't see any signs. There's a berm over here. There's a clear path down here. Two clear paths, right here, right here. Obviously people camp down here. So he said, you can camp down here. You can't have motorized vehicles. And I said, why? Said out of curiosity, why aren't motorized vehicles allowed down here? He couldn't answer. He took him about 20 seconds, maybe not that long, 10 seconds. That's a long time when you're waiting for someone to answer. And he said, erosion. That's a bullshit reason. So basically he doesn't know either. So he said, well, this area is prone to flooding and da 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 da. I'm like, I didn't say this, but I'm not a fucking idiot. There's no rain in the forecast. The minute it rains, I'm out of here if it's going to rain that heavy. But anyways, so he told us we had to move the motorized vehicles up there. So we did go look up there, and sure enough, there are two signs, and I swear to God, I'm not exaggerating. They're probably a little bit taller than this. About 8 feet. One's about 8 feet, the other one's 10 feet up in a tree. Now, as you're pulling up in a vehicle, I didn't see him, Brian didn't see him. And the whole thing with the rocks and the berm is bullshit. Because they're all, I mean, if they were put there, they were, he goes, well, we can't do all of this. We can't put signs anywhere. I said, you put a berm in, why couldn't they put a sign up? If you're here putting berm in, why isn't there a sign? And I just said, I'm not trying to be a smartass. I'm just saying, do you see my point? I know you guys can't cover bajillion acres. I know, but you're not covering a bajillion acres. You're covering X amount of campsites. So, and I know they're understaffed. I'm not trying to be, but he could have gave us a warning. Instead, we got this $230 ticket, each of us, which I'm sorry, that's bullshit. He was with somebody, and I had a feeling, I got the feeling that he was a trainee and Brian and I ended up as examples, if you will. But anyways, moving on from that, we are cutting up some wood for tonight's fire. I was willing to kind of pack up, not tonight, but tomorrow, and just go to a different campsite because I like being close to the water. And obviously we are close to the water, but I think you know what I mean. I want everything close to water. I don't have to walk up this hill every time I need something out of the car. I have a bad leg and it's already a struggle. So anyways, Brian's drowning his sorrows in a beer, it looks like. So what's for dinner tonight, Brian? Oh, chicken squash curry. Chicken curry.
Chicken squash curry.
Chicken squash curry. And we're trying these new, this is Brian's idea, clay bowls. Clay pots. And we heated these up in the oven and they're nice and toasty warm to see if it'll keep our food warm. Because you know when you're camping out in the cold, you put something on your plate out, the food's cold in seconds. So we're seeing how this is going to work. So far, it is excellent. Well, top of the morning to you. Brian and I have been up for about an hour and bringing stuff back down from the hill. Boy, that's a pain. And we're cooking up some breakfast, or Brian's cooking up some breakfast. My job is I put up solar panels, got the water running again. Let's see what Brian's got cooking for us over here.
Morning to you, fellows.
We've got potatoes, huevos rancheros, as always. So we call everything we make for breakfast. That, some eggs, some tortillas over here. And where are those pots?
Black beans.
Did you already put them in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Black beans.
And we're putting our, I know it's kind of dark, we're putting our pots in this oven to heat them up. That worked out beautiful last night. Kept their meals hot the whole time, even though it's, I don't know, 48 degrees outside. What do you guys do for that? Leave a comment below. I always love that. Everybody knows what to do. So he's going to finish that up, and then I don't know what we're going to do today. Probably just chill. We're going to go, I don't know, we're going to cut some more wood. You know, camp stuff. Think about what we're going to do for lunch. I don't know. We'll see. All right, we have decided we need more firewood for tonight, so. And that is how you fall a tree. Well, we went on to cut some more wood down for that night's fire. But the next morning when we got up, it was super windy, so we decided to cut the trip short and come on home.